Hello everybody, welcome to our project Green Energy and Buildings by myself Mubeen Alhalaf and my colleague Tarun Jindal. So we've chosen to take upon the C40's cities project, and just a quick introduction to their objectives. They focus on raising climate ambition, building equitable and thriving communities, building a global movement, scaling up climate action, facilitating access to finance, and one of their main goals is to produce zero net carbon by 2050. And Melbourne, Australia is one of the participating cities for this year's project. So there are many avenues within the C40's cities project, and we've chosen to go upon the Green Energy and Buildings avenue. So our site is Thomastown, located in the northern suburbs of Melbourne, and here's a more zoomed in look at the site.
This is a data set for the Thomastown of 2017 for solar water heater. So you can see that there is a low amount of solar water in that area in 2017. This is the data set for the 2019 for the solar water heater, and you can also see that a similar amount of data and low amount of data for the solar water heater in 2019 in Thomastown. And this is a data for the smart generation unit in 2019 in Thomastown, and a similar amount of data in 2019 for the Thomastown. This is a design precedent that we are using for our design concept. Like, this is a Ivanpah solar energy plant in California, and this center solar tower is getting reflected sunlight through the surrounded solar panels in the area, and they delivered their first kilowatts power to the Pacific Gas and Electric in California. And we are using this similar kind of concept in that our proposed design concept in Thomastown area. And that is a case study that we did. Case study on Canon Designs Office Tower 550 Spencer in Melbourne. This tower is a commercial tower in Melbourne called 550 Spencer that will feature more than 1000 glass-like solar panels across its facade. And it is set to complete in 2024. The 8-story tower's facade will harness sunlight to produce 50 times more electricity than a standard rooftop solar panel system used in residential projects.
So based on our precedent studies, we've chosen to do a site analysis, of course, on Thomastown. And this diagram shows the direct yearly sun hours for Thomastown. We get a maximum of 4,420 hours of sunlight throughout the year, and that is mainly coming in from the northern side as the sun is rotating from east to west, and the minimum side is usually on the southern sides of the buildings. So for our design proposal, we've chosen to put solar reflector panels on each housing unit in Thomastown, which will allow the projected sunlight to that housing unit be reflected to a solar tower, and that solar tower will extract all the solar energy for the town. So this is the design proposal in action. So basically each house will have their own solar reflector panels, and they will be rotating with the sun's direction and reflecting that sunlight towards the solar tower, which will in turn create solar energy for the town. So obviously the solar tower will have to be positioned in a convenient location for all the residential units to reflect their solar energy to that tower. And of course we've chosen the center of Thomastown, next to the swimming pool and leisure center. Just to clarify our design proposal even further, here's an axiometric diagram of how the sunlight will be reflected from each residential unit to this central tower, and that is depicted by the red dashed lines which are coming from each residential unit and eventually meeting up in the center of that solar tower.
As you see our design proposal, and this is our design impact that will be. So we are using the concept of sunlight reflected back to the solar energy tower by putting a solar reflective panels on the roof of houses, and by this we can consume a lot of energy with the use of solar panels on the front facade of the building, and we can use this solar energy to produce the electricity and serve throughout the area. So we can also prevent the carbon dioxide emission by doing this. This concept can also give the unique look to the region and will take world's attention towards it. And this kind of concept also prevent the cost of every houses to putting on solar panels at their property, and it will impact the whole society, surroundings and climate from not emitting any emissions from it. And this concept will save a lot of space on the roof by only providing reflective panels on the roof. Thank you so much.